Hey YouTubers, Shel Sullivan here. Welcome back to my channel. I make Guncotton, as many of you have noticed. It's my most popular video. And some people have questioned the authenticity of said Guncotton. Is it really nitrocellulose? God, so much fun. Well, I'm going to do today 2 experiments that will show you that this is in fact Guncotton. The first experiment we're going to do is an impact test. Now, I don't have an anvil yet. So what I'm going to do is going to impact test it on the back of this axe with this hammer, much like I did in my flash powder impact test video. The second test we're going to do is to see if this Guncotton will dissolve in acetone. Because famously, it does, and cotton does not. Once it's dissolved in acetone, you have nitrocellulose lacquer, which is an important ingredient in the production of fireworks. And also, they finish high-end guitars with a nitrocellulose lacquer. So, let's get started. First test, we'll do the impact test. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a small amount of my nitrocellulose and we're going to squish it down as flat as we can. Because unlike the experiment where you burn it in your hand, this needs to be compressed, not fluffed up. We're going to squish up about that much Guncotton. And I'd say it's a 1/10 of a gram. We're going to wrap it up in a little tin foil. Set this right underneath the leg of that table so it'll stay nice and stiff. Like I said, I may have to move this to the ground. I'm going to tap it a few times to get it nice and flat in there, good and compressed. When it goes, it goes. I think I had to really tap it to get it super flat before and get it really, really compressed before it can detonate. But damn, that was loud. The microphone on the camera doesn't do that justice. I split my first piece of wood, so got a new setup. Let's do that again. Approximating about 1/10 of a gram. I'm going to squish it down flat. I wonder if I could. Yeah, that sort of actually compresses it into a cake. And then we'll take that and we'll wrap it up in this aluminum foil. This aluminum foil really just kind of holds it together because when it gets caked flat, it really becomes like a hard disc, but really crumbly. Okay, impact test number 2. Like I did before, I'm kind of tap it nice and flat so it gets hard in there. And then I'm really going to whack it. Ah, it went. But not as loud as that first one. This just all come apart. So let's try it again. Foil. Yeah, that was a pretty good one there. Let's do it one more time. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think a ball shape works best. The other one I kind of pre-flatten. I think rolling it to a ball. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I like that. We'll call the impact test on the nitrocellulose a success. That is Guncotton. That is nitrocellulose. One more experiment though. Okay, YouTubers. Let's show you how to make the nitrocellulose lacquer. Alright. So I'm going to add, I'm not going to do any measurements here, we're just going to rough it out. Yeah, fill my little container about halfway full. And we're going to estimate that this amount of acetone will probably dissolve, about that much Guncotton. We'll see. So we'll start adding a little bit of Guncotton in there and watch what happens. See? Dissolves instantaneously almost. Now, if you look close, it looks like there's tiny little fragments of unnitrated cotton in there. I never said I was perfect, but there is a tiny amount of cotton that has remained undissolved. But for the most part, we'll call it 99.9%. Let's see if we get some more in there. Poof. Look, there's some big chunks. This is what burns your hand when you try to burn it in your hand, and it's just not quite fast enough. These little tiny bits leave a little bit of ashy carbon in your hand. Every batch I make is a little different. What am I, a scientist or something? All right. Let's go ahead and drop the rest of that in there. It's getting quite thick. I might just need a little bit more acetone in there because I've gotten it quite thick now. And of course, it will dissolve even more once it sits for a while. All right, and there is nitrocellulose lacquer. Here's a quick view of that nitrocellulose lacquer in the sun so you can really get a good idea of how it's almost completely dissolved. You see just a tiny little bits of fragments that I believe are unnitrated bits of cotton that would not dissolve in the acetone. But like I said, this is hardware store ingredients. You know, I'm no chemist. I'm a backyard nerdonaut, so not bad though. Lots of cool stuff you can do with this lacquer. But I will show you one other quick thing. This, you may have seen in a different video before. I was teasing some of my pyromaniac buddies on YouTube if they could identify how I made this. And this is nitrocellulose flash lacquer. The lacquer and flash powder together makes this product, which burns super fast and super bright. Just give you a quick little tease here. Woo! Super fast stuff. And you may have seen my new intro where I use this stuff to spell out my name. Well, let me say now that, I make these videos to entertain and to educate. They're not for you to emulate. So do not try any of this at home, people. Also, if you like that video, give me a big fat thumbs up. It helps out my channel. If you think a friend might like to see the video, then share it. And if you don't have any, share it with a stranger. It'll be fine. Comments, questions, and suggestions for my channel go down below. And subscribe to my channel. Then only if you think I've earned it.